Hey, welcome to the Mighty Muddy Chuck channel. I am Robot Matilda. Apparently, according to sources or rumors, the reason production of the new shows for The Big Bang Theory will end in 2019 is because a contract could not be worked out with Jim Parsons for another 2 years. Jim Parsons plays Sheldon Cooper, who to a large degree seems to have become the central character, if not the star among the ensemble of actors. Jim Parsons now has the young Sheldon gig, which he both narrates and produces. He also has a 7-figure advertisement deal with Intel. Although he will probably miss the $1 million an episode, $24 million a season, that he gets from The Big Bang Theory, he probably feels he wants to begin doing other projects beyond what he has already been doing. Jim Parsons was making $1 million per episode, which is in line with what the cast members of the show Friends were making toward the final seasons of that show. It is hard to imagine turning down that kind of money. Jerry Seinfeld was offered $5 million per episode to continue the show Seinfeld, and he turned that down. Now you may wonder why the producers of these shows would pay actors that kind of money. The show Seinfeld has made over $3.1 billion, that is billion with a B, since 1995 in worldwide syndication. In the old days, a show was not syndicated until it was no longer in production. Today, shows are syndicated just as soon as they have enough episodes in the can to market a deal. With exception, around 100 episodes or 4 seasons is required before a show can be syndicated. People are as likely to discover their love for a show while watching reruns as they are in whatever time slot a network has stuck a show. The key is surviving the politics of a network, and being a good show, long enough to make it into syndication. Once a show has made it into syndication is normally when the salaries of the actors in the show begin to increase. Note that Jim Parsons originally, when The Big Bang Theory first began in 2007, only made $60,000 per episode. That was the same as the other original cast members were paid when the show began. It was only in the 4th season that their pay went up to $200,000 per episode. It was only in season 7 they began getting some back-end money from the show. Then in season 8 their pay went up to $1 million per episode. In 2017 Jim Parsons began producing shows. In 2017 he produced the documentary First in Human, in which he was also the narrator. The show was a 3-part documentary capturing the real-life experiences of doctors, researchers, staff, patients, and their caregivers, at the NIH Clinical Center. The show tracked 4 patients in which standard medical treatment had not worked for their illnesses. They were receiving experimental treatment at the NIH Building 10 in Bethesda, Maryland. In 2018 Jim Parsons produced the show A Kid Like Jake, in which he also played the part of Jake's father, Greg Wheeler. The concept of the show is that even at 4 years of age Jake's parents know that he is transgender. That is to say, the child would rather play a fairy princess than play with cars or roughhouse as boys tend to do. As I guess everyone knows, Jim Parsons is gay and has been partnered with Todd Spiewak for 15 years and was married to him in 2017. Todd Spiewak is also listed as a producer of A Kid Like Jake, First in Human, and Young Sheldon, which Jim Parsons also produces. Todd Spiewak's main profession has been art director/graphic designer in advertising. An art director is someone who is responsible for the visual style and images in magazines, newspapers, product packaging, and movie and television productions. They create the overall design and direct others who develop artwork or layouts. Graphic designers create visual concepts, using computer software or by hand, to communicate ideas that inspire, inform, and captivate consumers. They develop the overall layout and production design for various applications such as advertisements, brochures, magazines, and corporate reports. Both Jim Parsons and Todd Spiewak are in their 40s and may figure now is the time to move their careers more toward being television and movie producers. It might also be noted that Jim Parsons has done voice acting as many actors do in preparation for when they get older and major roles become more difficult to obtain. So are the rumors true that it was Jim Parsons' decision to bring the Big Bang Theory series to an end? Was it his decision to give up another $24 million? Or was the decision to bring the television series The Big Bang Theory to an end the decision of the network and the producers, or just an overall consensus? Although the show had evolved the characters forward, still at the root of the show was about 20-somethings. Yet when the viewers tune in, they are now seeing the main actors in the show who are no longer in their 20s. Johnny Galecki is 43. Kaylee Cuoco is 32. Whether it was Jim Parsons' decision or not, at some point production of the show was going to have to end. Still, the show will live on in reruns. Peace out and may everyone live long and prosper. You have been listening to Robot Matilda.